From hustles to headlines, Grind and Glory dives into the real stories behind success in the creative industry. It's where arts meets business and every idea finds its value. Powered by Airborne Entertainment.
Hello folks, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great. It's another beautiful time on Grind and Glory. My name is Kesiena and I told you guys this week is packed with a lot of information, especially as it has to do with the creative industry, not just in Nigeria, Africa, and the rest of the world. This week, we have a wonderful guest in the building with us and we'll be talking a lot of things today. And so, who's my guest today on the show? I have Dr. Helen Emore. She's right here with me on the show. Hello, doctor. How you doing?
I do.
Okay, so basically, for a lot of people who don't know, I and doctor come from the same place. So where we come from, you have to give respect to the elder. So, all right, so we'll dive straight. First, let me let you guys know who Dr. Helen Emore is. She's a distinguished entrepreneur, innovation strategist, and with over 3 decades of experience across multiple sectors, including infrastructure, enterprise development, and corporate communication. As the principal consultant at Scentia Partners, she has helped scale businesses, advised governments, international organizations, and nurtured over 10,000 entrepreneurs into thriving ventures. She holds a PhD in entrepreneurship and innovation from the International School of Management, ISM, in Paris, and also serves as the adjunct faculty at the Enterprise Development Center for Pan Atlantic University, where she teaches business development and enterprise governance.
This is Grind and Glory. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's go straight to the conversation. Dr. Helen, what is your take on the creative industry in Nigeria? And not just Nigeria alone, across Africa.
Creative industry in Africa is booming. And the reason why it's booming is, one, the upsurge in coverage of GSM, the internet accessibility, and then, of course, you cannot remove the power of digital media platforms. Before now, they were gatekeepers. Part of the reasons why the creative industries were not well regarded was that you couldn't on your own determine what you would earn. You didn't have access to showcase your talent optimally. You had to go through either one platform owner or the other.
Or through Alaba.
I didn't want to go there. But yes, do you understand? You had to do that. In fact, the other day I was working on this part of Lagos Island where they used to sell DVDs. The place, they now sell fabrics. So I was saying to myself that a whole industry has been eradicated by technology.
Yeah.
So all those Ebimpejo lane that they used to sell those things is no longer there. So the industry is enabled by the growth of technology and social media.
Okay. All right. So if you say the way creativity is in Nigeria right now and Africa as a whole, meaning that the shift has actually gone further from where we started from.
Yes, the industry has always been there.
Okay.
The creative industry has always been there, but there were limited opportunities. There were limited platforms for monetization, and there were not enough organizations to fund the activities of the creative industry.
Okay. So let's look at this aspect. You've worked across multiple sectors, businesses, infrastructure, innovation. How do you help someone identify their unique creative assets in a seemingly non-creative industry?
So what I would say to anybody who has a talent, you have to go for apprenticeship. The problem is that people think that the talent is enough. Talent is not enough. You need platforms.
You need to learn.
You need platforms where you can hone your talent, where you can understand how it fits into what we call a value chain and an ecosystem. Your talents are, I don't want to say a dime a dozen, but talents are all over the place. If it was only by talent, all talented people will be very prosperous. You have to go to a place where you understand how the industry works. That's the importance of apprenticeship. That's why you see the Botrade apprenticeship system is very good, because you understudy someone. The problem with creative people is they think that that talent is enough. And that's why they make mistakes that ruins their talent, that slows them down, that does not allow them grow.
Okay.
I've seen it. I've been in this industry for a bit, from the ones that are models to artists, stylists to those who do designs,
fashion
writers,
designers and all of that. Okay.
Just if you have talent and you don't have discipline to hone that talent in a structured way, you will not grow. And that's why a lot of people have talent, but they are broke.
Okay, so what's the first mindset shift someone must make when turning creativity into a revenue generating asset?
Again, I will come back. You must first understand how the business is done.
Okay.
And the only way you'll understand how the business is done is that you understudy somebody. You go for apprenticeship. Either you take a job so you understand how the system works. When you take the job, you know how it is done. You know people in the industry. People in the industry will know you. So they can now begin to reference you for opportunities. But you don't just come and do it. It's like if somebody just jumps into this room now. Will you talk to the person? You won't talk to the person now. You're just looking at him like, who invited this one? And that's what most people don't know. You have talent, so what? Have we seen you demonstrate that talent? Have we seen you work? Have we seen you use that talent to create opportunities in difficult situations? So there's this arrogance that comes with, oh, I'm talented, my craft, my this. Also, your craft is nothing without it solving problems.
Without strategy.
Yes, it's nothing.
It's just there.
It's nothing.
Okay. All right. So let's speak of creative assets. Which one would you say is most often overlooked?
I won't say talents are overlooked.
Okay.
I would say that the owners of the assets do not present them in a way that is visible, right?
That you will be valued.
You have a talent. Okay, and let me even start with the first attitude.
Okay.
You have a talent. You come for, somebody invites you or somebody calls you and you're like, hey, please talk to my PA. I want to talk to you. Okay, my manager will call you.
Like, really?
Yeah, let's talk to me and then say, oh, my management will conclude this transaction. You should be able to have a conversation with
about
somebody
your craft first.
About what you do, what are you offering. So every time I call somebody and you say, please talk to my manager, I don't call you back. That means you are not serious. You don't think I'm worthy enough for you to talk to. Let's have the conversation. You tell me that normally my management will handle this, but let me just hear what you want. And then to tidy up the business side, this is who will close it. That shows you value that person's engagement.
Okay.
But somebody is talking to you and immediately be like, call my manager. I say, what nonsense is that?
So they didn't know that you had a manager.
Yes. So the way they present, first the attitude, bad attitude kills talent.
Okay.
To not even understanding business, how to do business. Lack of business education and etiquette also kills people. They don't know what it means to do business. They don't even know how to write their invoices. They don't know how to design their rate card in a structured way. They don't know how to be flexible. So lack of experience, lack of knowledge of how to do business is one of the things that's killing the creative industries. There are talents everywhere in the world.
What would you say about creatives in this industry and talking about branding?
I will first talk about what branding is not. Branding is not your logo.
Okay.
Branding is not your social media post. Branding is the perception that people have of you. It is how they interpret you, how they experience you, how they feel you. So if you are in the creative industries, it's not about you taking photographs. It is how you deliver service to them. How do you deliver service to your customers when they ask you, you are an MC, I invite you to an event, and then you decide to come with 20 people, right? Or 10 people. This one PA, this one photographer, this one videographer. So you are so busy taking care of your, let me put it called narcissistic tendencies instead of delivering the service. You say, oh, you have to create your own content. You have already delivered yourself as a poor brand, a brand that is more concerned about himself than the customer. All in your efforts to do personal branding. So branding is how people experience you. It's not that you dress well, you bring people, or, oh, they tell you to do this. Say, no, I don't do this. I have to have champagne. I have to have water. I have to have wine. I have to have this. No, the brand is how does your customer experience you? How do people experience you? Who do people say you are when you are not there? That is your real brand.
Okay.
You can post 1 million photographs. That's not your brand. That's publicity. That's visibility. You are showing the world that you are there, right? So your brand is what you deliver. Your brand is how you deliver it. Your brand is what people experience when they contact you.
Yeah.
When you come to me and you say you're a musician and I invite you for a show, do you turn up on time? you come to do your sound check before your major performance, or you are just coming on the day of the event? You send your PA as usual or manager to go and case the place. You don't come at all. You say because you are a star and you don't want people to see you. So there are a lot of things that people do out of ignorance because they do not understand the meaning of service delivery. At the end of the day, the creative is a service provider.
Yeah.
So you must think of how you make your customer happy. It's not about the dress you wear, the voice
Which
you
is,
have.
there's nothing wrong with those, but you need to put on.
And we have experience. I don't even need to call names. We have experience of very good talents, whether it's in acting, whether it's in music, poetry, drama, badly managed talents who badly manage their craft.
Yeah.
They are completely irrelevant. I remember being a training with the late Amaka Igwe, and she said to us that, listen, when you want to cast, because I was learning film production with her then, when you want to cast, you would cast for character, what's the person's character, and talent. That always cast for character before you choose talent. Because if you take a bad talent, if you take a very good talent with a very bad character and attitude, that person will cost you a lot more because you will hold up production, you will affect other people, and you'll have overruns. So she always advises that whenever you want to engage any talent, whether it's producer or videographer, director, editor, anyone, actor in particular, make sure you cast for character before talent.
Wow. All right, folks, we still have Dr. Helen Emore here with us. We're talking about creativity and basically the all-round conversation that has to do with the creative industry, not just in Nigeria, but the rest of the world. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we have more to talk about. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're still on Grind and Glory. My name is Kes, and I still have Dr. Helen Emore right here with me. All right, so we've been talking basically about the creative industry. Now let's look at the aspect of technology, like you said earlier. Technology, AI, they are changing creative industry very fast. How should a creative person or a creative prepare for this shift and turn it into monetization opportunity rather than a threat?
For me, I think AI is a productivity tool. All AI tools are productivity tools.
Okay.
They help you do your tasks faster, more efficiently, but they can never replace human beings. They cannot replace the inflections, the nuances. AI cannot see the things that I'm seeing as you and I.
That's true.
Here. And again, if you follow how AI is being used, once you see something that is generated through AGI, you know automatically that this thing is AI. Sometimes I just skip them, or sometimes I just, whichever way, it is very, very, very synthetic.
Yeah.
AI is synthetic. The reason why creative industries is called creative industries is because it involves human creation.
That means there's soul to it.
Yes. So, the heart, the soul, the feeling. Human beings were created to feel.
Okay.
Right? So we cannot lose. AI is not about to take our jobs. Okay. AI is not about to replace us. AI is about to make us work better, faster, and smoother in different circumstances. So I do not see AI as a threat. I see relevant AI tools as what they are. Again, without casting aspersions on the artificial intelligence industry, this industry has been with us forever. AI did not just start in 2022. Since I started using computers, which was like in the 90s, maybe 1992, 93, there has always been predictive text. So
that's true.
The computer can predict your sentences for you.
And help you ahead.
Do you understand? So, and then the computer you can create summaries from what you've written. So this capability to modify text, to predict text has always been there. It has only been increased.
Okay.
So it's not going to change everything. If AI was going to solve all the problem, I doubt that a lot of us will still have work. In fact, there are studies that have proven that AI has only increased productivity by 1%. In return of investment, by just 1%. There are studies. I mean, because I follow the artificial intelligence narrative very critically because I want to know how it will displace me, right? And I don't want to be caught unawares.
That's true.
So I had to really dig deep to learn about what are large language models, what's quantum computing. It took me back to quantum physics.
Wow.
So you need to understand how this tool works so that you can use it to enhance your productivity.
Okay.
That's the way I see it.
Okay, so from technology and AI, talking about collaboration. We know collaboration is key in every aspect of the society. For the creative space, how do you advise creatives to choose and manage partnership?
I would say that number one, right, collaborations are very important.
Yes.
Two, for you to be able to collaborate, you need to understand your value chain and your ecosystem. This is where education comes in.
Yeah.
I always say to people that, look, I'm in business education. Education is very important so that you would know first the value you carry, and then you know all the other actors or platforms in the value chain.
Yeah.
An ecosystem that can support you. That is, who are the people that you feed and who are the people that feed you? You know, who are the people that they need your services and who are the people that can serve you so that you can produce the next value or the next opportunity or the next money or the next invoice. You need to understand then who are the other people around you that you can do things with.
Okay.
So that you can get value. Without education, you will not know. Without education, you can see a collaborator as a competitor and then you start fending the person off. You are a musician. You see another musician who sings just like you. Instead of you to think of how you can collaborate with that musician so that you can have songs together or you can have events together, you start fighting the person because you want to be better than him. Forgetting that when two of you come together, it's more exciting. You know, when I saw Irasta and Rema performing recently, I was so happy. I said, finally, the day I've been praying for has come. Because I've been waiting for two of them to do a song, two of them to do things together.
Apart from the fact that they are under the same
apart from that, I just want two of them to do things together. Just like in the days of More Hits, when they used to have when we used to buy DVDs, I used to buy More Hits DVDs to see all them Don Jazzy and the entire crew performing. Right? They had complementary talents. So you need to know who complements you to make you do better.
That's true.
So if creatives do not understand that they are in the creative industry, if they don't understand that there are other sectors that can support them, how will they collaborate? They will just be fighting everybody, or you'll be fencing everybody off, or you'll be going around as a big boy and a big girl. You know, these days they'll say you should package. So don't package yourself out of prosperity.
On this collaboration, I would say I'll give it up for skit makers who collaborate with themselves. You will see like 3-4 on just one skit, and they are different talents, different crafts they have in their skit making. But you see them coming together, working hand in hand, and making sure that they create something.
You know why? Bigger. That's because I want to assume, my conclusion is everybody knows their self-worth. They are self-aware. They know who they are. They know what they carry. They know what they can do. And they don't think that partnering with another person will dim their light.
Yes.
So that makes them open to collaboration. I mean, I follow these guys a lot too, and I love the thing that Mr. Macaroni does. There's another person that I follow, right? If I say prototype,
okay,
Mr. Prototype, you know what I'm talking about. He's amazing. You know what I'm.
Yes.
You know the guy.
And then there's the likes of the Shank Lai, who is a lawyer.
Lai Wasabi is a different. He's operating at a very phenomenal level.
Yes,
because he's using his craft to create value in the creative industries as a comedian. So for me, the industry is still at its infancy. And why? Do you know why I believe that there are still a lot of opportunities in the creative industry?
Okay.
In 2012, there was a study by PwC that said that the content creation industry was going to go to $8 billion by 2018. This was around 2012, 2013, then it was valued at around 3-point-something billion. I think around 2014 was like 3.8 billion. Now the forecast is for $13 billion or so by 2028. So I told people when I teach a class on entrepreneurship in the creative industries, I tell them that if you look at that movement of from 3.4 to 8 billion, it did not come from the sky. It came from the activities of people like Funke Akindele, the Lai Wasabis of this world, Mr. Macaroni, Sabinus. All those people were not existing in 2013.
That's true.
They created value and they started coming. What's this other, the most popular? Mark Angel.
Yes.
So it is. So when you see those predictions by Statista, and I work with data. And that's one of the things as a researcher as well. I work with data. I believe in the data.
That's true.
So I'm looking at what he's saying. Now that industry is predicted to be going towards $13 billion or $18 billion by 2028. I want to be part of the people that will get that money.
And we enjoy part of that money.
Whether you as a creative decide to do something or not, there will be people who will do something to create that value. That is going to grow too. So it's a growing. In fact, when I talk to people, when I teach business planning or business in the creative industries, I tell people that what's your opinion about Nigeria and Africa generally? And it's like, oh, things are hard. I say, but look, we can look at the study of 10 sectors, and all the 10 sectors will be predicted to grow. So who do you think will make it grow? It's the people who participate. So you better decide how you want to participate.
Okay.
You have to generate activity.
That's good. Okay, so let's look at this aspect because there's always that conversation, creative industry, what you have to offer and all of that. And then there's this talk of intellectual property.
Yes.
A lot of people till tomorrow still enjoy royalty from what they've made, what they've done. There's the aspect of, patency. And saying, okay, I created this particular thing, this word, this innovation and all of that. These are key aspects of creativity. How do people get to understand that intellectual property, putting a name to what you do? For the creative industry, we've started seeing people enjoy royalties from their works and all of that. Do you think people are learning about this and then capitalizing more on it?
Again, it is why I say, one, you want to do any business, you need to understand the business, how the business is being done. You need to also understand what the regulations in that industry are. And then more importantly, you need to understand how intellectual property works. So when you create anything, patent it or put it in your name, register it. There are a lot of people who are doing businesses without their name. In fact, today I was thinking, yesterday I was talking to someone, I was thinking, wait a minute, what if somebody goes to trademark Dr. Helen Emore? I better go and trademark my name. Yeah. That means I will have no access to it. But I think there are laws around people's names.
Yes.
You have to show evidence that it's your name. But something as simple as that, right? It occurred to me that you should go and do something about your name and so that you can
register and just
maybe
get
you register a Dr. Helen Emore, whatever. But these are the ways you protect your efforts. You create things, you create value, and you don't know anything about intellectual property. I mean, I listened to Don Lemon yesterday, and he was talking about how Black people need to own media and own platforms. That all the videos, all the work he has done at MSNBC and CNN, that they have erased him from them.
Wow.
Yes, that they simply edit him out because he doesn't have ownership and he cannot use those clips.
Wow. Not that he doesn't have those clips, but he can't use them because he
doesn't own. You work there, and for the work you've done, they've paid you. So
you don't have a right to.
You have no rights over it. So if you create the beauty about the knowledge economy that creators need to know is to see what Taylor Swift did. Someone bought all her master. Then she said, okay, no problem. Keep it. I will remaster it. So she had to create a whole new catalog for herself. And that's what she's enjoying.
And then she still won the other case.
Do you understand? So we need education. We need to follow who know road. That's what we do as Scentia Partners Innovation Hub. We support creatives. We give them very simple business education so that you will understand the value of what you are creating.
Okay.
People, and I'm sure that's what you do at Ebo Media
yes,
too. People need to know. And that's why I like the work we are doing together and what we're trying to do, to let people know that there are platforms that can educate you on how to prepare yourself for the market. Don't just rush to go and sign away everything
you have.
You have just because you are. We had something a few years ago on the intellectual property and whether the creative industry is servitude or service.
So true. And looking at the aspect of area of intellectual property, remember just a couple of days ago, we had the issue of the Dirty December. With Life Sport, Daria Atalade and the wife actually saying, yes, they created the word, they created the pattern and all of that. And then they've registered it, that it is their stuff. And then you now hear different people coming to tell you, the they first said the word Dirty December, we've had the issue of people saying, no, it was not you, it was this person.
Some people say there was a musician.
Yes, from a particular musician.
Yeah, but it's been there, really. Yeah. It's been there forever and ever.
Okay.
And so that registration, if there are really good solicitors, that position can be challenged because you cannot trademark a popular word.
So true.
You cannot trademark a popular word. You cannot own it unless they registered a Dirty December Limited. I don't know. Or unless they did that.
Okay.
So I want to believe that before they even registered Dirty December, they probably would have registered a Dirty December Limited. And then they created a trademark for it. Okay. But then again, there are some things that you do that can destroy a brand.
So true.
So people can move away from Dirty December to something else because they perceive that someone is trying to own what belongs to all of
everybody.
us.
Yeah.
So again, this is where business education comes in. In entrepreneurship, there's something called destructive entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship that does not create opportunity for other people.
So basically, you're tying it to yourself. You're gatekeeping.
It will lose value.
So
the excitement is that, hey, we are going to Lagos to do Dirty December,
which has become a phenomenon now.
But say Dirty December, I won't go dirty my eye.
that is what we've always been using. It was before. Yeah.
I won't go dirty my eye.
I don't walk all through the year. I dey go back house. I dey go village. Now Dirty December, I won't go do. Yeah.
Before you know, somebody can now come with Niger December. So, and Dirty December can be a global phenomenon if we want it, but if we want it to be a Lagos thing, in fact, I did some research on Dirty December, and there's a school of thought that says that it should be changed, that it shouldn't be Dirty December, it should be something else. That everybody comes home in December. So it has always been a phenomenon.
And then the conversation from what Daria Talade was saying was because of the spelling of the word dirty. It's not dirty like
D-I-R-T-Y.
Yeah, it is D-E-T-T-Y.
Again, I'll tell you, some things, some decisions, right, have a way of affecting you adversely. And I think this is one of the areas where management is very important for creatives. You always need to have that strategic management side that looks at the decisions you are making.
Okay.
That this thing you're about to do, how does it affect you? Instead of trademarking Dirty December, they could have created something else that they will nurture and grow. And it will still stick. It will stick. Dirty December is because of how people said it.
Yeah.
You can create your own thunder. In fact, I dare say that by trademarking it has lost value because of the ill will
that has
gone into this narrative. Since we've been talking now, you can tell that I'm a bit of an intellectual.
Yeah.
I am a bit of an academic, but I'm also in the field. So everything I talk about, I put all together in business education. And that's why we have an innovation hub where we help business. We grow business. We don't incubate. We grow businesses.
Okay.
We do venture studios, which is to create new businesses, but matured businesses. It's not for people who don't have experience. That's what we do. We help you make an ordinary business better. So you can tell that that's all I do. I can do it for different groups of persons and individuals. I can sit in a boardroom. I can sit in a classroom. I can do research, but it is all about the knowledge economy. That's what I'm doing, business education, based on the experience I've had. So it is what I tell people. I say now, before I used to be here, there, and everywhere. No, I don't do that anymore. We've just consolidated, and we are known for one thing, and that one thing, we are using it to serve different categories of customers. Okay. So what I would say is, specialize in a way that you can serve different people. They call it verticals. You can serve the one thing you can use for different platforms. Okay. You can use for different audiences. You can use for different customers. And it is working. You can see it. Markangel, every time we talk about Markangel, it's comedy.
Yes.
Right? When we talk about content, it's live. If Lai wakes up tomorrow now and says he wants to open a chamber I guess he will struggle a bit because people will not want to treat their case the way he treats those cases in the skits.
Yeah.
But if he now moves the skits to show more successes and to show a bit more value, if he now opens the chamber, people will come. Okay. So it's always good to specialize, but don't think that specialization means you cannot serve a broad audience.
Okay.
So that specialization is the future of this industry because you can't be everything to everybody.
Just stick to one, work with it,
yes.
Grow with it.
Yes.
That's good. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Helen, for joining us on this week's edition of Grind and Glory. Big shout out to production team at Ebom Entertainment. Shout out to our executive producer, Onome Atigogo, and to all of you guys out there. Let's do it again. Follow us on all social media platforms at Grind and Glory Pod. Okay. Also follow me on social media at Radio Principality on Instagram and on X. See another time that we're going to be here again, as we always tell you every week, to get the glory, keep grinding.